Hello, everybody. Welcome to Straight Up Talk Boston with Joey Canzano, Johnny Peasy, and me, Billy Pizzullo. There's a whole lot to talk about tonight. You guys ready? Don't forget to tune in. We want you to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the share button when you see it. And we want you to become part of this broadcast. So we're going to have comments, obviously, when you watch the video. When you watch what we're doing, we want you to say what's on your mind. Whether you agree or disagree, we don't care. We want both opinions, and we'll be able to answer you when we see it.
Don't mention we're going to be going live soon.
Yeah, we'll be doing lives very soon. So we've been. I don't know why they're giving us waiting periods on Facebook. They told me I got to wait 60 days for Facebook. It's like a month for YouTube. So once we get by these so-called waiting periods, I'll have somebody come in here and show me exactly what I'm doing wrong.
In the meantime, this is what our fourth one in the can right now.
This is our fourth one. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is pretty cool.
What are you thinking?
Johnny, talk to me. You've been away. So what have you been doing?
Well, I've just been on the road again, as I normally do. But, you know, what's going on in this country right now is just absolutely insane. This Charlie Kirk thing has just been on everybody's mind. I don't know if you saw any of the widow. I thought, what courage for this woman to go up there and forgive the assassin. And that just takes a lot of courage. And I don't know if I could have done that. But her being the Christian woman she is, that was an amazing thing. And you know what's amazing, too, is, we had this tragedy with Charlie Kirk, loved by millions and millions, a generational talent. And I didn't see any destruction. I didn't see any fires. I didn't see any rioting. I didn't see nothing. And then, you saw what happened just 2 or 3 short years ago. With the George Floyd thing, burning down a city.
Did you hear in the
multiple cities? If you remember,
multiple cities,
55% of the Congress voted against declaring against the assassination. Democrats, of course.
Yeah.
They declared not making it a law or condemning the assassination. Did you hear that?
What?
Yeah, look it up. 55% of I think it's either 55% of Democrats or 55% of the Congress. I think it was Democrats voted against making it an amendment. What's the word? Condemning the assassination of Charlie Kirk. I can't get over it. It's unbelievable.
They put up a fight. I know AOC put up this big fight on the floor of Congress. You got to be kidding me. Yeah. I mean, first of all, you say to yourself, this is our leadership?
Yeah,
this is our leadership. They have no heart, no compassion,
no empathy.
No empathy whatsoever. It's go out and get them, go out and kill them, make fun of them.
That's all they have, Billy, because they're so useless. Like somebody at the. Did you watch the service yesterday, Johnny?
Just bits and pieces. Yeah, I was with you.
I was listening to it on the radio, and there was one guy, I forget, I don't know who it was. I was on the radio, so I couldn't see him. He was saying, "You build nothing, Democrats. You stand for nothing. You represent nothing. They're just nothing. Everything but chaos. They got no ideas." It's just unbelievable.
They should really change the word Democrat. That's not even the name of their party.
No, my father was a Democrat.
Yeah, my father was a Democrat. My mother was a Democrat. My family's a Democrat.
Yep.
Yet the people there in Congress, they are not Democrat. You could call them liberals.
No, you can call them. I think they should be now known as the Chaos Party.
I mean,
because that's all they foment chaos.
They stand for nothing. Well, they stand for transgender. They stand for open borders. They stand for soft on criminals. I mean, they took a knee for George Floyd, a guy who put a gun to a pregnant woman's belly, and they wouldn't give Charlie Kirk a moment of peace. There was a fight broke out in the chamber because they wanted to give Mike Johnson.
Well, what about the time when Trump was doing his State of the Union? And they wouldn't stand for the kid that beat cancer. Yeah, they wouldn't stand for. I mean, it's crazy.
It's beyond anything I've ever seen in my life.
Where is the soul? Where is the heart I don't see it.
It's gone.
I just don't see it.
It's because and you got guys like Schumer and Pelosi who are really old school Democrats. I mean,
Yeah.
And I don't know how they're following this leadership. In fact, I think AOC is going to be running for Schumer. This should be interesting.
Oh, my God.
She's running for Schumer's seat.
So
They're going to self-implode, Billy.
I can't wait to see how that works out. How can somebody? I mean, Schumer is no dummy.
He's no dummy.
He's
a
no
scumbag,
dummy,
too.
but he's a dirtbag. He's
scumbag.
evil as evil can be.
Yeah.
So now we're going to have somebody that is a complete airhead that has nothing in between her ears. Socialist.
Communist, really.
Evil communist. So you're going to have all of that rolled into one with no mind. You want to talk about being led around by the nose of evil.
She doesn't even know the difference between a socialist and a communist, but Bernie Sanders does. Now, that old dirtbag, he never had a job in his life, and he's the leader of the socialist movement in Congress for years. He was the first one that openly described himself as a socialist. Well, it's like a Diet Coke for communist. Socialist, it's like a communist light. But anyway, but as far as the service yesterday, I believe it was over 100 million streaming. 100 million. Wow. Watch this.
Well,
90,000 inside the stadium. 90,000.
There was what I heard was there was over 100,000 in the stadium because they still had to because of where the stage was. The back behind the stage, they didn't put anybody over there. But there was also a building across the street that was completely full, and they were showing it on screens outside.
Yeah.
So you're talking just in Phoenix alone, there was about 200,000
Well, they
people.
said 100 million streaming, not including cable news networks. So you're talking, an astronomical number that people watched. So is it a good sign, Billy? What do you think? I mean, you being the most affluent in the religious department.
As far as I'm concerned, that was the most incredible memorial I have ever seen in my life.
Really? And you've seen your share.
And I've seen my share of memorials. And I'll tell you what, I mean, I don't get choked up over stuff, but this kid had an impact on the world. He said he was going to change the world, and he did.
31 years old. What a shame.
And he did. And I mean, the music was absolutely incredible.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I watched the entire thing. You don't think it was 5 hours?
We were tied up, but we did the
5 hours. I watched it, and
5
what
hours
I missed,
you watched?
and what I missed, I went back and watched again because I didn't want to miss out anything. Because had to leave the room for whatever it was for when she was talking.
Who do you think was the best speaker? I heard Rubio did a marvelous job.
Rubio was amazing.
I love him.
Rubio was amazing. Very impactful. J.D. Vance was fantastic. Pete Hegseth, his entire cabinet. What's her name? Tulsi Gabbard, phenomenal.
Really?
Phenomenal. But my best by far of all of them, Tucker Carlson.
Was he really?
Oh, he spoke?
Tucker was...
Really?
Wow.
It's funny, too, is that cackle he does?
Yeah.
I mean, and he placed it in a spot where... If you're listening to it and watching it, he placed it in a spot where you could be offended by when he laughed, or you could realize why he laughed.
Right.
And when he did, because he was talking about, they decided to kill him, and he did the cackle, and if you didn't know better, you'd say he's laughing because they decided to kill him. No, he goes, it don't work that way. You can't silence truth. You can't silence what he had to say. God is who put him there. And everybody, if you hadn't noticed, there's an entire country that actually realized it was a God thing. That whole Charlie Kirk thing was a God thing. I mean, Charlie Kirk was instrumental in Trump picking his cabinet. Everybody that spoke in his cabinet has an experience with the Lord Jesus Christ, but on their own. And people are like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. Every single one of them. Trump was the only one that sounded like an idiot. I'm sorry, but I had.
Did you see?
I shut him off.
I know.
I shut him off. I couldn't because of all the people. Our president has the worst God complex in the world. As far as I'm concerned.
It's called a narcissist.
You call him whatever you want. I'm telling you, it's my opinion. He has a God complex.
Did you happen to see the thing? I got blocked today on Facebook.
You did?
A person that's been on my page for years. I don't want to mention a name, but a person that mentioned that has been on my page for many years. All I said was, they after 5 minutes they need to pull Trump from the stage because he just rambles, and now he starts talking about tariffs. I mean, this is a memorial. Everybody said it. It's not just me. I have a million comments. I agree, Joey. I agree. And this one person said, I thought it was great. I said, well, you're entitled to your opinion. I go, but the back fact of the matter is many people agree with me. She come back. She goes, I have to block you.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, well, thank God at least you didn't get shot.
It's unbelievable. How
you know what I mean?
Right, so let me just stop you guys for 1 second because you just said it, the word he got shot. Now,
no, I said at least you didn't get shot.
At least you didn't get shot. Now, talking to Joey, and I guess you feel the same way. You think this was an assassination by CIA or some sort of organization? Because I have to disagree with you both. I think that this kid did it.
You can say that all you want,
disagreements
but
are good, Johnny.
No,
There's
but
a lot of people that agree with you. Go ahead.
Let's talk, but we got to talk facts. If you're gonna say something like that, you got to talk about facts.
Okay.
Tell me why. No, wait a minute. Listen,
it's an opinion.
This is not an opinion that a 30-06 will rip your head off. And they're trying to tell us that he was shot with a 30-06 that they found intact in 100% intact.
Without a scope.
Scope was on it when
was
they found it. No, even if it wasn't. It's 42 to 46 inches long.
Right.
It don't break down.
No.
It does not break down.
Right.
You cannot take it apart. It's not one of those take it out of the suitcase sniper rifles that you see on Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
That's not what it is. Okay? It is 46 inches long. If this guy is sprinting across the roof, bending his legs, they're saying he had it down his pants. No, he didn't, because you can't run with a 46-inch stick down your drawers. Absolutely. Can't happen. Right. Okay? And when he got to the end, he jumps down with it in his pants. First of all, he would have put it through it.
Threw it off,
wait a minute, time out.
No, he didn't throw anything off.
Wait a minute, Bill. Now you're talking about this is what he did. How do you know he did all this?
They said this is the guy on the roof. They have
a picture of him.
They got a video of him running across the roof and jumping down. This is the guy.
Which I think is a decoy.
Listen, the whole thing is a big joke. The whole thing is a joke.
I love that smile.
Honestly, the whole thing
Go ahead, just speak.
I mean, like I said to you before, to me, the reality of the whole thing, it doesn't matter who killed him. Right, what matters is he's gone, and the impact that he had in this world.
Yeah, but Billy, you're wrong, because we all know he's dead. You don't have to tell us that.
No.
You know where I stand with your opinion. I'm with you. I want to know Johnny's opinion. Where and why do you believe this 22-year-old did this? That's what I want to know.
Well, number one, his father turned him in.
Okay. That's a good valid point. Okay.
His father turned him. I think if a father turns his son in for shooting a Charlie Kirk or whatever, he had to have a good reasoning behind it.
Quite a few $1 million probably.
Okay.
I don't think it's that even, John. That's a good point. It's a valid point. Why would a parent turn in their kid? Did you ever think it could be just one big lie, one big fraud?
I do, absolutely.
I don't.
Okay, well,
I absolutely.
Again, it's all our opinions.
It's an opinion,
but
there's a lot of people that disagree with us, Billy.
I think you mentioned yesterday, Joey. You thought that it was a sniper, or the hype. This sniper.
I'll tell you why, Johnny.
For a sniper would have blown his head off. Okay.
What's the difference? The kill is a kill, Johnny.
Yeah, but the snipers that would have been right here. Boom. Sniper.
Well,
boom.
a sniper can't go a couple inches off.
Well,
it's all he did.
Well, a marksman can put a bullet wherever he wants.
Maybe they wanted to put. There was a thing.
They didn't shoot him to go in the neck. They shoot for the head.
Listen,
it's a headshot.
It's a 30-06. I should have brought a 30-06 shell with me and show you
Yeah, I don't know nothing
what
about
this
guns.
thing.
I know less.
And
Billy knows
He
his stuff.
shot him according to the way they're trying to make you believe it. He was shot here with a 30-06.
Yeah.
And all the blood came.
I saw. Did you see it? Did you see
I
the
showed
shot?
you.
Doesn't
Oh, you
work
showed
that
me,
way.
that's right.
Ballistics don't work that way. Ballistics go in, and it's a puncture wound. Especially that the round looks like this. Okay.
Yeah.
So it goes in. It's a puncture wound.
Yeah.
When you puncture something, like if you use an ice pick or something
Yeah.
to puncture something, a plastic bag, you puncture it. It goes in, and it's when you pull it out, it seals. Or if it goes through, it seals. All right.
Yeah, but that was a vein. They hit an artery. That's an artery.
My point is, here's
and
my
the
point.
minute that artery's open, that blood's gonna spurt out there.
Well, the issue is this though. It on a 30-06, hitting him straight on like that. Where's the exit wound?
There wasn't any exit wound
Oh, really? Where's the bullet?
inside him. They recovered the bullet.
No.
They I heard
No,
that today.
Who told you that?
Who told you they recovered the bullet?
I was on the news today.
They
that
are-
the,
yeah,
that the
okay, yes.
medical examiner and the whatever the other and whoever was doing
The same medical examiner that had the single bullet theory
Oh.
with JFK.
I can't.
F you,
I
Joey
can't-
Canzano.
I can't.
I just
got
got
the
dizzy.
bullet.
I just got a dizzy spell.
And they
You
said,
know when they
and
found this
and
bullet
they even
today.
said-
They found this bullet today.
Yeah.
2 weeks later.
Well, no.
just
no.
found
They
Kennedy's bullet.
got, and they
found
said,
Kennedy's bullet. They just found JFK's
hey,
bullet.
hey, you guys, I'm in the middle. One shot, boom, boom. All right, and then we.
Fucking Johnny, a funny bastard. Oh God.
What? You don't think that they got the bullet?
No, because that was an exit wound.
No.
He was shot
you
on the
mean-
other side of his neck,
Oh,
and
you
that,
think
and that
they
was
you
no,
thought-
not from the back, from the side, from the right side, and it went this way. But again, the bottom line is it don't matter. The poor kid died instantly.
I know, but you keep saying that, Billy. We
Well,
all
but-
know
but
he's
no-
dead.
Yeah,
But
we
we're
all
talking
know
about a
he's
whole
dead, but
different
we're
subject.
talking about
I know, you're
was there
trying-
a conspiracy? Who else was involved?
All right,
Those
so-
are things that you need that you do
I would-
need
the-
to
the
know.
American
Johnny,
public should-
all right, so basically, Billy, we agree on the same. But what do you
I-
you think it was a soul kid?
I think it was this crazy kid.
Okay,
right?
and took one shot and just made
Yeah,
the kill.
And the kid knew how to handle it.
There's a
Look
big
at-
difference, Johnny, about shooting on a weekend at a fucking target, opposed to going to take someone's life. Keep your composure, change, get out of there. I don't.
No way.
What do you think he was? A
That was-
CIA trained?
you see, we went through this. We went through this last week, but let me just tell you this:
If you
in
don't.
order to, in FU, no, but
Say fuck you.
if in fact,
Oh, God.
if in fact this kid was a shooter, in order for
Which he
him to,
was.
if in fact this kid was the shooter, allegedly, okay,
Well, what? Wait, father turns him in. What makes you think that the father would turn his kid in without and when not knowing if he's guilty or not?
money.
Maybe the father
Oh,
doesn't.
so right away you're thinking. So
Money.
they paid the father $5 million to squeal in his kid.
Could be more.
I'm sorry. I have to disagree with you, fuck faces.
My baby. Maybe the father doesn't even know what this kid's involved with. Maybe this kid is involved with some bad people.
Well, you know something again. Maybe he is,
No,
but I still think he was the trigger man.
Even if he did pull that trigger, Johnny,
Yeah.
which I don't agree with, but
All right, that's
let's-
okay.
Just for shits and giggles, say he pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
Do you really think he pulled this all off alone?
I'm not. Well, my point is,
Yeah.
I think you pull the trigger, but there could be other people involved. I mean, there could be,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying.
It's a debate for the ages
No,
because
it's a debate.
there's a
yes,
lot of people that agree
yes.
with you,
I
too.
mean, we're gonna find out a lot of stuff as we go along. You know, the stuff that they want to tell us. But wait a minute, Joe.
Go ahead.
Joey, I'm here too, you know. Okay. So anyway, I just think, come on, we're all parents here. You've got a child. You've got a slew of them, Billy, and grandkids.
I got the slew. I got the slew of
Slew of
grandkids.
He's
that's
got a
it, yeah.
farm.
And I got you. You think that I would turn one of my kids in? Number
Absolutely
one,
not.
Okay, right. But I'm just saying. But if I thought it was the right thing to do, and blah blah blah, yeah, I would. But I would have made sure, damn sure, that he committed the crime. You know, and there's no amount of money. I swear to God, no amount of money.
Well, let me ask you this: didn't we originally hear that it was the pastor that was told? The father told the pastor, and the pastor's the one that ratted the kid out. Isn't that what was the original story?
Yes.
I don't.
Well, let me ask you this.
So where
don't you think something's fishy when a parent turns in a kid? To start off, isn't that a little suspicious?
No.
Parents turning a child in?
No.
I do. You just
No.
said you would never turn your kid in.
No, I know, but maybe he thought he was doing the right thing for his kid. He also didn't want his because he figured the father figured he didn't want his kid to be shot by a SWAT team. So this is how they got him arrested and into safety.
So let me ask you another question. A
Yeah.
kid comes off, he pulls off the shot, one
Yeah.
shot kills a guy,
Yeah.
comes off the thing, changes his clothes, and he comes home.
Well,
and
they
he's-
didn't
and he-
catch him right away.
No, I know, but let me finish. Here's a kid who comes off, basically got away with it, right? But he decides to start texting his boyfriend and admitting he killed someone. He basically turned himself in.
Yeah.
The kid.
All right, good. And so he's admitting to his boyfriend that he killed, that he did the shot. Yet you still don't believe he committed the murder.
No. It just doesn't add up.
So
Nothing adds
what
up.
point? What part do you think that he would have?
Because
in
if
this?
you're getting
Wait a
away
minute,
with something,
was he involved at all?
Yes, I do.
In what way?
I think he's part of it. I think he's a decoy. I think could have been a decoy for a sharpshooter. How come there's no other cameras of anybody else? Basically, you're believing the FBI what they told you. That's basically what you're
I
telling me.
know something. I've only heard bits and pieces, to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you right now. I didn't know much about Charlie Kirk. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know much about when this happened. When my daughter told me that the three boys were so upset,
Yep.
and I go, this guy is a generational guy.
Yes.
He's got kids, young kids
Yes,
that have followed
young-
that love.
Yep.
So I started to start doing my own little research, and boy, when I found out what this kid. What he stood for and what he spoke about.
Yeah.
That is it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
And now I don't know if you knew this. Did you know that shooter at one of his rallies, he called him up on stage and they debated on stage. Did you know that?
The shooter?
Yeah. Did you know that?
I don't
Haven't
know.
They
heard
have
that one
videos.
yet.
And
Haven't
they were
heard that one yet.
Yeah.
You're
and
telling me
then-
they got a video of Dylan Robin, whatever his name. What's his Tyler Robinson?
I don't know.
Tyler
Tyler
Robinson.
Robinson.
and
I
one
gotta
of it-
see that.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And he debated him right on the stage.
Well, let me ask you one final question. We'll move on to another subject. Why do Johnny Peasy believes this whole thing? Because why? Cash Patel told you?
No, I haven't heard anything.
Well, where'd you get your information? You just poof magic?
No, I a little bit of the newspaper.
Okay, the newspaper.
Okay, wait a minute.
They don't
wait
lie.
a little bit. No. Listen, I've heard bits and pieces of news things. I'm just saying when I think of this whole situation. Listen, I've been a conspiracy guy all my life.
Yep.
Okay, but when I look at the fact that this kid's father turned him in, I just don't think that.
And it's a valid. You're not alone, Johnny. Most people are on the opposite of me. Bill.
Yeah, I know. I
Most
understand.
people are on your side.
Yeah.
On a grab. I just happen to think something's not right.
Well,
That's just my
probably
opinion.
something isn't right.
Yeah.
I agreed.
There's so much left to the imagination in this whole situation. It's really annoying that nobody else is. The only person that seems to be digging into this is Candace Owens, and she
Tucker.
well, Candace and Tucker are in cahoots together because Candace got. I don't know if you saw the video of the guy that came. He came in from behind and he took the camera, he moved
Yes.
the chair, which you're not supposed to touch anything at a crime scene.
No.
No.
All right,
his camera
the guy
down.
moved the chair, stepped on the thing, pulled the camera down, brought it over, put it on the table, took out the SIM card, and left with it. And so Candace started making phone calls. Who is this guy? And so she knew people that knew people in Turning Point, and she found the guy, and she asked him, said straight out to him, "Are you what happened with this footage? Why did you take the footage?" He said, "Because I wanted to make sure it was secure, so I could give it to the FBI." She says, "Oh, you're going to give it to the FBI, the people that have corrupted everything in the world?" She says, "We don't trust the FBI." She said, "So
Right.
anyway," she said, "So let me see the footage. I want to see the footage." He said, "I can't." She said, "Send it to me." He said, I can't. He says, I just don't want it to get out there. So he says, okay, you don't want it to get out there, just show it to me. She said, let's do FaceTime, show it to me. So she did. They did a FaceTime thing, and she showed him that view of the assassination. Guess what? Back of his neck, no exit wound. But he got shot here. Supposedly what they're telling you straight on.
Where'd the bullet go?
Right. No exit wound. So, first of all, it couldn't have been a 30-06.
So, in other words, it couldn't have stuck in his, like Johnny suggested. He couldn't have stuck in his body.
No.
Couldn't have went here and down.
No. It would have come out no matter where.
So
It was a 30-06. It would have come out.
Right here, it has to be an exit out here, back here.
It would be from here, because of the flesh, where the flesh is, it would have went in and out.
So where is it?
That's exactly my point. He didn't. If it didn't hit his spine, it didn't hit his spine and carry down, or there would have been an exit wound. The power of a 30-06 from 140 yards is insanity.
Was it 200?
It'll take down a 300-pound deer and exit on a 300-pound deer. So you're going to have an entrance wound and an exit wound on a 300-pound deer. You're not going to have it on this skinny little kid's neck? Come on.
Where did it go?
That's the whole question. If you look at if you look closely at the thing, see, we're seeing all this blurry crap.
Yeah.
It might have been somebody's cell phone or whatever that we're seeing.
Yeah.
But I know that they've got footage and they've got stuff that's clear as a bell. That if you see the right footage at the right angle, you slow it down enough.
What's your opinion?
My opinion is a smaller caliber bullet.
And it went out the...
And it went in his right side and came out his left side, and that was the exit wound, and it took out his jugular or his whatever, this carotid or whatever it is but...
Now, the autopsy never, ever announced any exit wound.
They never announced an exit wound, and they never said that they found the bullet. If you heard that today, it took them 2 weeks to find the bullet. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that they found the bullet. Because it said it was only the power of God that bullet stayed in his body and it didn't kill somebody else when it exited him.
Well, that's a possibility, too. That could, if it was a 30-06, again, it could have.
So, but you just said, Bill, there's no possible way that bullet stayed in this man's body.
No, not with the power
Even
of that
with a little
rifle.
Bullet, it couldn't have stayed.
A little bullet could have. If it was a 22, it could have bounced around.
With that kind of a blood gush.
All right, so
I'm saying, but a 22 would have stayed in his body.
Billy, you know as well as
that's
I
all
do
I'm saying.
Right, but you know that wasn't a 22.
A 380 would have too, but it's a handgun. You don't shoot a rifle at 140 yards with a 380.
Exactly, but you can't say that you would never ever suggest that was a 22 that hit him.
No.
Okay.
No, that's not what I was saying. I'm saying that it could stay in his body. A 380 could stay in his body. A 9mm with a safe round.
If you notice, though, Johnny, to your suggestion about this kid, did you notice they never talk about his shooting record or how trained he was with his father? Okay, he went shooting with his dad. Whoopee, big deal. That doesn't mean he's a one-shot kill guy.
That's the whole thing. One shot, one kill.
No.
You know what I mean? It just...
It's too much silence right now,
and the fact that where he got hit, I mean, they're saying, "Oh, he got lucky. He got lucky. He was aiming for the head. He got lucky." Okay.
Yeah, he got lucky.
I mean, to prove my point, I went shooting.
You aim a rifle with a scope, and you pull a trigger. What's the deal? What's the big deal?
Well, you think it's easy? Did you ever do it?
No, I've shot guns only once. I don't
first
like
of all,
them.
once again,
I'm not a gun person.
In order to be a marksman, in order to be sniper type marksman that can do one shot, one kill, all right, you have to practice. And when I mean practice, I mean your breathing comes into play. The wind comes into play. Believe it or not, the rotation of the earth comes into play.
Oh, yeah.
All of that stuff has to be figured. It's not just boom, and you're going to hit your target.
No way.
Doesn't do that.
That's what I'm trying to say. This little goofball I can't imagine he pulled that off with one shot.
To stay steady. I mean, you can lean your rifle on the cement, but you're still not gonna.
Before I forget, Billy.
Yeah.
An amateur, Johnny. Don't you think if it was an amateur, would have fired 10 boom, 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 boom just to make sure he hits his target? Well, this was one target shot.
Well, he looked with that scope. He shot the thing. He knew he hit the target, and he was off and running.
And again, it's
Sure,
okay. So
you know, it's a
now,
theory.
now we get back to he's off and running. He's on the roof. He's off and running. I want to know how you run full speed with the 46-inch or 42-inch stick down your pants. I want you to try it.
Johnny, did you see the still videos of him in the?
I haven't seen anything.
Oh,
I
there's a
have
lot of
not
still.
seen
Bill,
anything.
Bill, you've seen him. There's a lot of still videos of him in the hallways of the school, right?
Yeah, there's no
Where's
rifle.
the gun?
There's no rifle.
It's
Unless he put it up there and he hit it up
Well, that's
there.
what I mean. There's a lot of things that we don't know yet.
But
Of
the
course.
point, but they found
That's
it. In,
true.
He
but
could have done a dry run the night before, and he could have had it up in a certain spot.
once again, how to get in the woods?
Well, when he ran, then when
Ah,
wait a minute.
No.
After we commit the murder, he ran and he threw the rifle into the woods.
No, because he couldn't run with the thing down his pants, so people couldn't see
Who
him.
knows if he was running with the thing down his pants? How do you know? He
Because
just
you
wasn't
would have
running with-
because you would have seen it on the video. You would have seen it on the video.
So are you saying
That's
that he
the-
wasn't even there?
I'm telling you that I think that video. This is just me
Yeah.
again, Mr. Conspiracy Theorist.
Yeah.
I think that video was done after the fact, and had nothing to do. That the
Folks.
video of him running across the roof was done after the fact. He did not have a rifle with him. He had a backpack. When he jumped down, he didn't have a rifle with him. He didn't throw a rifle off the roof and then go back and pick it up. He jumped down. So if he jumped down, he had the rifle with him. If the rifle was in his pants, the rifle would have went through his ribs when he hit the ground.
I think it's one last final thought on this, in my opinion. Would you both agree that there were a lot of important, big, dangerous people that wanted Charlie Kirk dead?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Okay, much more than this little turd.
Exactly.
Case closed.
All right.
Well, that's the thing.
But I want to tell the people at home something.
Go ahead. You tell
Folks,
the people.
I'm here with two people. One that both of them don't believe that the world is round. They think it's flat.
Who's that?
And they don't believe that we landed in 1969 on the moon.
Oh God!
This is the two guys. That I'm here
You
with.
think that we landed on the moon?
Yeah.
He
okay.
did. Wow. This
Johnny
man
still
is
believes in the
brainwashed.
Easter Bunny too.
The tooth fairy and all that stuff.
All right, let's move along from the Charlie Kirk
All right.
thing. And
All right, what do you
Yeah.
think of Carmela's book? She is really turning the page. It comes out tomorrow.
it's a page turner.
But oh my God,
You look
she,
good on
she
that
didn't.
bit, Joe. Looks like you look like a statesman.
How you doing, baby?
no,
How
you look
doing?
like a politician. A little like Gavin Newsom.
Oh, Gavin.
No.
Yeah, Gavin Newsom. He tried to pass a law. Did you see that? That the ICE can't wear masks.
He's trying to pass.
Yeah, but it means nothing because we have a federal.
It's federal mandate.
I didn't want to
mandate.
talk about that idiot. What was you saying about the?
So Kamala's book.
Kamala.
So she wanted Buttigieg. What do you call it? Buttigieg? Is that his name?
Yes.
But because he was gay, she thought
she
that.
picked a more masculine guy like Tim Walsh.
Yeah, like Tim Walsh. Oh yeah, I know, right?
Stop.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
Yeah, Kamala's. What is it? She's trying to make some money on her book. Of
course.
She spent $1 billion. What? And how many months did she?
She still can't believe. This is that kills me. She still cannot believe she lost the election.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
She's throwing a lot. If you look, she's throwing a lot of Democrats under the bus. I mean, she's really attacking people, Biden included. And she also said that Donald Trump called her and said she's a tough, smart cookie. And they asked Peter Ducey has a new show on Sunday mornings, and he asked Donald Trump if that was. She goes, I don't remember any of this. He goes, I don't remember him saying that, but she is. He was very nice to her.
Well,
I think he likes her. He probably-
I think he's probably trying to get in a run again so we can take it again real easily.
Kamala, she's not even serious. She's a joke. I mean,
And AOC's not.
And
Well,
the
AOC
girl-
could be dangerous for one reason, because she has so many people behind her, big money.
Yeah.
But other than that, she's
Well,
mentally ill.
everybody on the Democratic ticket has big money behind them.
Yes,
It's unbelievable.
Absolutely.
They pour money into it. They might as well flush it down the toilet because the American people
I've had enough.
That's it. They're done. And after this whole thing with Charlie
Making
Kirk,
fun of a, I mean, if they
Yeah.
if the Democrats had any brains, which, like we agree, Johnny, our parents were all Democrats. I'm sure yours was too, Bill.
Yeah,
they were.
If they had any brains, they would have come out. Even AOC and Jasmine Crock shit.
Oh, that guy.
If they had any kind of brains for a future, they would come out and even lie, and say we condemn this. It's an we don't agree with them, but assassination is no place for. Van Jones come out. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Van Jones and Charlie Kirk were arch enemies.
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher's really coming around.
Bill Maher
He's
is
a brilliant
really
guy.
Bill Maher is very upset with the fact that this happened and that people are making
I'm
fun of
to
him.
become a fan of Bill Maher.
Bill
believe it or not.
Maher had a connection with the kid. He was on the
I
show.
watched it.
He was on the show,
I watched it.
and he had. But when the show was done, Bill Maher he said, "I have so much respect for this kid. It's unbelievable."
He didn't agree with anything
But-
as far as he's an atheist.
Yeah.
But did you see Kirk on Bill Maher?
No.
What do you think about Bill? You think he's
Oh, I watch a lot of his stuff.
he's a liberal, okay? We all
Yeah.
know, but he's not a
but he's
nut.
just, yeah.
He's not a, he's
he
a,
looks at the
he's
everything-
common sense.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
But he
Right.
definitely leans left. But he's a common
Well,
sense, and I think he's a brilliant guy. I'm starting
I
to
mean,
really become a fan of his.
I mean, I'll never be a fan of his, but
I wouldn't call it fan, but I mean,
I'll never be a fan of his. But I mean, he went to the White House, and Trump treated him like royalty.
Yeah.
And so he walked around with his foot in his mouth, and he did that monologue thing about Trump, how unbelievable Trump
Yeah.
was. But he needs another one that needed ratings. He needed ratings. Of course, he went to see Trump.
I don't know about
Charlie
that, Billy.
Kirk.
He's been
Charlie
fine.
Kirk. Same thing. Debate Charlie Kirk. Your ratings are going to go through
Yeah,
the
but
roof.
Bill Maher's been on 35 years straight on the television.
I know, but
he's never been off TV.
I understand, but-
from a network, and then he got fired. Remember that because he something with the 9/11. Then he's been on HBO, successful, real time.
Yeah.
I mean the guy's a winner. I mean he's a very successful guy.
True, but how many people are really watching it? Just because
You
he's
think
getting
HBO's going to give him that kind of money for not drawing?
that's my point. That's why he needed the whole Trump thing. That's why he built his ratings back up.
Well, that's-
and the same thing. If you have a guy like Charlie Kirk on, and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to debate
But
you
that was
about
on his. But that was on his podcast. I'm talking about real podcasts you pay for yourself. That's his own gig. I'm talking about real time on HBO. They're paying him big money way before he met Trump.
Oh, I know that. No, I
Anything
know
he
that. And he
does-
had good.
But anything he does, it's always about ratings.
Well,
it's
that's
always
everybody.
about everybody.
Well,
of course.
I mean, let's face it, Johnny. Everything we do, we advertise our shows on comedy shows.
Yeah.
You know, everything's about trying to make you a living.
Exactly.
So I just think he's come around in the common sense department. He was never a stupid guy, but he was a little more further left. He's coming to the middle, I think. A little center left.
I think that he's waking up to a lot of stuff, Bill Maher. I do.
No
Because
question.
you know what it is? He's
Honestly.
open-minded. I think he does look at things a little bit differently.
He's taking a lot of shit from his own people, though. His own left. The left is giving him a lot
Okay,
of...
so here's another thing. What do you think about the autism cure?
I don't know much about it.
Well, did you hear?
I just before I left the house, I actually saw Trump doing a press conference about
So
it.
they think that they have a cure for autism. They think that they know what the cause of autism is. It has to do with pregnant women taking Tylenol during their pregnancy because they're always told, don't take Advil if you're in pain while you're pregnant. Take Tylenol. And now I guess apparently
Acetaminophen is not a good drug, not at all.
yeah. So anyways,
Yeah.
so they think that that's a big deal, and which would be great.
I mean, if you can find a cure for autism, that's as big as finding a cure for muscular dystrophy.
Well,
Autism is very livable with, though. I mean, look at Elon Musk. I mean, he's
You know,
autistic.
some
he has but he's
some
slight.
autism,
He's
some
slight.
autism.
He's slight spectrum. He's slight.
Yeah,
You know,
it's-
don't forget, a lot of those people with autism, they're geniuses in
Well,
one way.
My daughter's got a brother that's autism. You know, she understands.
He's got
the kid's
autism.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I called her on the phone one time, and she didn't get messages from about 4 days later. Her mother was leaving. And what happens was she gives her phone to the kid. He's about 8 or 9 years old. He throws everybody to archive. I think kid's hysterical. He's a brilliant kid. It's amazing. I mean, people think I'm autistic because of my OCD. No, really, I'm not even joking. There's a correlation between ADHD,
Of course.
ADHD, and you think it's a lot of CRAP.
I kind of think all that stuff is, they try to connect
you're
everything.
wrong, Billy.
They try to connect everything to everything,
Billy.
and if you know what the connection is and then you should be able to figure out the cure.
ADHD, Johnny. What do you think of it? Is there ADHD, ADD, OCD? It's all connected.
Yeah. And
You need an SLAP,
What's that?
a slap.
Yeah. I know as a kid growing up, I
that's
know
like I can't
I know
spell.
I had ADD, and as an adult, I know
I still have it.
I know I do.
I don't leave my house until I check the stove 10 times.
I got to read a book 3 times to know what I'm reading.
Well, that's because I have the same thing. When you're reading, you're not comprehending. So
Yeah,
you just know the word. I used to just read the words.
You know what I realize what I do? Whenever I'm watching a
See
movie.
the pretty cat.
So Billy, when I'm watching a movie at night, I'm home. As I'm watching the movie, I'm reading a book. So I'm watching the movie, I'm reading a book, and then if somebody says, "Hey, how'd you like that movie?" I go, "Yeah, I think it was pretty good." I don't really
You don't remember.
too much about it, but I need to concentrate. I try to get, and that's what ADD is sometimes. Is I try to do too much at one time.
Well,
Do you
that's
know,
what they
Johnny,
keep
it's
saying.
funny that
They say it's why they say men can't multitask.
Yeah, well, I
They
multitask.
constantly say men can't multitask, which is a
women,
crock
you
of
mean
crap.
Women can. That's not true. But I do think when you have ADHD, like I have, and AD whatever, you're scattered all over the place, and you start forgetting things.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times you've been on the phone and you look for your phone?
Yeah.
When I'm talking on it.
Yeah,
I've done
I know.
it.
Oh, I know.
So I don't know if it's. I was asking people if there's any test you can take for dementia. Scares the shit out of me. Dementia.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's a test you can take. I'm going to talk to my doctor about that.
Well, do you think you'd start to?
I'm forgetting a lot of and I don't know if it's aging. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's a combination of ADHD, which you can't focus, so you're forgetting everything. I don't know.
Are you masturbating too much?
Not a, super check.
Did you see the South Park episode? Did you guys ever watch South
I've never
Park?
watched it in my life.
South
me
Park
neither.
they like to make fun of political things and political figures, and it was unbelievable. The South Park was making fun of Charlie Kirk, and but Charlie Kirk was still alive.
Yeah.
And Charlie Kirk loved it because they hit the points, they debated the things. The only thing that was supposed to be the funny point is they called him a master debater. That's what they so that was the thing that was the only thing that South Park got wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to make fun of
Right.
was the master debater,
Right.
but everything else they did,
Yeah.
it connected to the kids. It even drew more people to Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
It was quite the thing. He
He's
says
a remarkable kid for 31
he
years
said,
old.
he
What do
said,
you-
"Hey man," he says, "I think that's a win." He said, "They might be." He said, "You can laugh all you want." He says, "You think that they're attacking me?" He says, "I think it's a win." He said, "Why don't you all become master debaters?" He said,
Now, did you guys read about Tom Homan, about the fact that the feds were again they're trying to get him for bribery? Did you hear
No,
about that?
I did not hear anything about
You hear
this.
about that?
"No, I didn't hear
well, then you
anything
guys
about
gotta-
that."
Who's going after him? The feds?
Yeah,
You
supposedly.
mean Donald Trump's feds are going to go after Donald Trump's
well,
guy,
this was-
Tom
I
Homan?
guess- I think it was Biden's people.
Well, then
So-
that's
But
past.
but
past
anyways,
tense.
that's a big that's getting play in the news.
The only
Bribery for
the
what?
only reason that would
$50,000
$50,000.
Who did he try to bribe for
What
$50,000?
is he? What do he need? Coffee at Starbucks?
Who
$50,000.
did he try to bribe?
I know.
suppose?
I know. You have to go research it. You're the only one that's got an iPad going.
Yeah, I could research it, but what about the? You talking about the? There was a shooting in Nashville.
Nashville. Now, the guy that got shot.
Yeah.
When I worked up there with Lenny up at that place, that was the guy that took care of us, and he.
It was a
made
wedding,
sure-
wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a wedding. We did comedy there. We know.
So the guy that got is he dead?
Yeah. Hello.
His last name was DeCesare.
Yeah.
The accessory.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's in any relation. He might be related to our friends in
but the
Revere.
guy there was a witness at the wedding, and he said that the person come in it was it looked like a target, like he was going after this one particular guy.
Really, huh?
So it looked like something that was a personal thing.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know. I hate to think someone just got targeted for no reason. You knew the guy.
Well, I only knew him, like Lenny called me up today and said, Johnny, remember the time we worked up there? That was the guy that took care of us, got us food, made sure we were comfortable, blah, blah, blah. I go, oh my God, now he's dead.
So he was running a wedding.
Yeah.
He was because maybe he fired one of the kids.
No,
Could have been. Did they
or
have
maybe-
they have the shooter?
I don't know. I didn't read too much about it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there's been a lot in the news. There's so much to cover, but the Charlie Kirk thing is dominating everything right now.
As it
It's
should.
still. It's been almost not even 2 weeks.
As it should, in my opinion.
12 days exactly.
Has it been 12 days
Wednesday
since-
will be
yeah.
14. Yeah.
Yeah, 12,
2 weeks.
wow.
Wednesday will be 2 weeks. And what's that, Billy?
You said it's dominating everything, and I said as it should.
And it'll die off eventually.
Eventually, it will, but it's
Until-
already created. It's already created. Trump thought he had the MAGA was the movement of the century, but
Turning point.
this turning point is definitely topping that in a big way.
Yeah, but there'd be no turning point if it wasn't for MAGA.
No, there would be no MAGA if there was no turning point.
No, I think I disagree with that.
Well,
Because
he started
Charlie
it.
Kirk was a kid when he went.
18 years old.
Yeah, and
Yeah, he
Donald
was
Trump,
18 years old with-
He hooked up to Donald Trump in
Donald
2016.
Donald Trump Jr.
Yeah,
Donald Trump Jr. and he was traveling the country with him.
Yes.
At 18 years old, this kid had zero money in his pocket,
yeah.
nothing in his pocket, and he had a cell phone with no contacts in it. He went. Someone gave him one name. He went to speak with the she was a lady was speaking yesterday at his memorial, and she said he spoke. Charlie came and he spoke to my husband. And he he told them all the business plan. This is what I plan on doing. This is the movement I plan on doing to get the teenagers to be able to get this generation so we don't lose this generation to progressiveness. We want people to be thinking conservative. Laid the whole plan out for it.
Right.
And she said to him, well, how much do you think this is going to cost? He said, about $50,000. She said, how much do you have? He said, I have none. She said, well, my husband said to him, I'll tell you what I'll do. You raise the first $25,000, and I'll give you the second $25,000. And he thought. She said we thought we wouldn't hear from him for a long time. That he would go away and wouldn't come back. She said 2 days later, he called me and said, I raised the $25,000. I need the other $25,000. So that was the beginning of it. He went and he started doing these debates. And he started hitting the college campuses, and Donald Trump Jr. was with him.
Yeah.
And he said at that point, it was getting to a point where it was getting a lot of recognition because Donald Trump Jr. was involved. And so was the MAGA people. So everybody was coming against him. Everybody was coming against MAGA at the time. So when it was his turn to get up, to go out in front of the people in, I think it was Detroit. It was in Michigan. I'm sorry, Michigan State. Yeah, Detroit. Michigan State, he was ready to go out into the audience, and they said to him, the state police came over to him and said, we are not, at this point, we right now, we cannot guarantee
your safety. Yep.
And
Him and Trump went out.
and he said, we're not quitting. We're going forward.
Trump Jr. was with him.
He told the story last night in his memorial,
Yeah.
and it was just an amazing thing. You know what I thought also was funny on a different subject, different note, hysterical how the media again. Junior goes out there and he does his father.
Yeah.
He did the voice. He
Yeah,
did the
I
fingers.
seen
He's well, John. I think you're a little
Get a
too
little-
aggressive. A little too aggressive there on social media, and I think you need to calm down a little. And the whole 100,000 people are dying laughing, and he looks up at his father, and his father's laughing and clapping his hands. You know, of course, the media goes, even his own son is mocking him.
That was
Do you believe this? I mean, come on.
Well, good thing is
people.
Elon Musk and Trump seem like they've reconciliated.
Well, they not for anything, but you guys got to stay on the news. You tell me I don't watch the news. About 4 or 5 weeks ago, he had breakfast with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago.
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. It was all over. It was all over Facebook.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was all over
So
Facebook.
that shooter in Nashua, New Hampshire, so they don't know how he got up on the roof. They don't know how that he jumped off the roof and how he got rid of the gun.
Yeah. Okay.
And his father turned them in. And I'm only kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Johnny still believes in the single bullet theory.
That's
and
right.
The JFK
Oh,
murder.
yeah.
No, I don't believe in the single bullet theory. Actually, that was the biggest
The magic bullet.
The magic
magic
bullet.
bullet, that
No, it's a
biggest-
single bullet theory.
biggest fraud.
But only that could be a fraud. Nothing today could be a fraud.
I'm not saying what you're saying is not true.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, as far as I'm concerned, when a father turns his own son in, there's got to be something to that.
Well, a lot of-
sorry,
well-
and I don't care. There's not enough money in the world.
Well, it
that's
could have
gonna
been.
make
It could have
somebody
been.
go,
It could have been something else. Like one of the things none of us have actually touched on, but his boyfriend was trans, and he was supposed to be transitioning. His father might have been like appalled and said, no way in hell am I going to let this happen.
Yeah.
And that could be an underlying issue.
oh, so let me turn my son in for murder.
Looks that way. It could be anything, John.
No, I agree. Listen, I'm not saying I'm right, and I'm not saying you guys are wrong. Or,
Most
or
people
vice
do agree
versa.
with you, John.
I'm
Most-
just saying,
most
I
people.
just think that this kid got up there. However, hey, a lot of things happened to you that's unexplained. He got it behind that rifle, got him in the sight, pulled the trigger, saw the shot was a hit, and however he made his way off. However, he ditched the gun. But and I'm just saying, for a father to turn in his own son for murder, I'm sorry.
No, that's definitely a valid point where you have on that subject for sure. That makes me a little squeamish about my theory. What do you think, Billy? About it?
I'm not, but that's what we've been told, that the father turned him in.
Right.
So it's another pill to swallow.
Right.
Again,
Well,
I don't know.
They did interview the father. I've
Yeah.
seen an interview.
Yeah, and what the father have to say?
Well, the father said that he wanted to do the right thing.
Oh, so that was his reason for turning in his son.
Well, what could have
Not
been more.
money. You want
No.
to do the right thing.
You think he was paid $5 million?
I think
There's
whatever
not
the
enough- let me
whatever
tell you
the
something,
reason,
there's
whatever
not
the
enough money
reason,
in the planet.
whatever the reason in the world is that the father would turn in his son for murder, it happened supposedly. So we're going by what they say. So we gotta listen to everything that comes over the TV and go.
It's only been 12 days.
Okay.
Billy. No. It's only been 12 days. We still got a lot of things to learn. And
Yes.
a lot of
That
it's going to
you're
be
right.
garbage. Some of it's going to be true. We just got to weed out and figure out what is the truth and what isn't the truth.
Well, Johnny, you believe that we landed on the moon, so I don't know if you're credible with any of your thoughts.
I'll tell you what, Reynolds Wrap, they made a lot of money on that moon landing. I gotta tell you.
All I could say is, Ash, not what
Country-
Marilyn
country-
did to me. Ash, what Marilyn did to my brother Bobby.
Another one, they think, another conspiracy, Bobby Kennedy. They say Sirhan was the shooter.
Yeah, and that
There's a lot
was
of-
so not true.
There's a lot of, it's just, you can't believe anything. The bottom line is you can't believe
No,
anything.
Tell Johnny what RFK had to say about
RFK said it was shot someone close range to the head.
Yeah.
4 times
Four
he was
times,
shot
and Sirhan
from behind
And
Well,
supposedly,
he had powder burns
on the back of his head.
back of his head, yeah.
So how does that happen from the front?
yeah, and I got to tell you, RFK, he's in danger too, Him, Tucker Carlson, Tulsi Gabbard, these
they're all-
are really... Tucker Carlson is a big mouth. I mean, he's going to get himself in trouble. But RFK's playing games with the drug companies. He's really playing games with the...
That's not
No,
good.
No. And the food industry. He's got a lot of balls. I
Well,
give him that.
You know what? But he's got the American people behind him.
So did Charlie Kirk, though.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand.
Now, does RFK, does he have a security thing?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Tulsi Gabbard,
If they do,
they have
they're
to.
private. It's private.
It's private?
AOC has bodyguards private because she doesn't want
pays for
anybody.
it?
She has to.
She has to, wow.
And she's worth millions now.
Well, look
Well,
at
she was a
look at
bartender.
Omar in Minnesota. She's
Oh.
worth $30 million.
30?
She was a Somali pirate 5 years ago.
She married a
and
brother,
now she's
right?
she married a brother. Worth $30 million today.
She
How?
needs to be escorted out of
Yeah,
Congress.
I don't like talking about
She
these
needs
people.
to,
They get me sick.
I just can't because I can't. She stood up. She said that Charlie's legacy belongs in the dustbin.
Yeah, I know.
Of history.
Yeah.
You need to be in the dustbin of history.
They're enraging everybody by this.
But they want us to be like them.
Yeah.
They want us to respond the way they would respond.
Well, this has been said for many, many years, Billy. The United States will be on the down. It's going to be taken down within inside.
Yeah, not yet. Almost.
Almost, okay.
So anyway, what else? What do you got? So
Yeah, it's. I wasn't done with Ilhan Omar personally.
okay. I thought.
I honestly, that whole thing, the fact that she married her brother, the fact that she was stuffing ballots during the Biden election,
Yep.
she had people going around collecting ballots from people that were shut-ins, and they were voting according to her way of thinking with the Democrat ticket. So that was a lot of the stuff that was going on. She had the Muslim people in that area. They had a gigantic meeting and said that they are going to systematically take over Congress.
That's right.
And they are systematically going
Taken
to
down
take
within.
from within, and they are going to become. They're going to have a Muslim president.
Yeah, that's right. And you know who said this many years ago? Nikita Khrushchev said,
Yeah.
we do
Yes.
not have to drop a bomb in the United States. They are going to implode.
They
from
said
within."
he said something that your grandchildren will be communist.
Now, before we wrap, I want to mention something. Now, I understand Jimmy Kimmel is going to be coming back on TV very soon. And I got to tell you something. They talk about freedom of speech. Yes, I believe totally in freedom of speech. But you know something? When one man gets up every single night and talks about one person, when you're a talk show host and you're doing a monologue, it's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to entertain people. And for the past, he did it the first term, and now he's done it for the past 9 months. Every single night. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but Johnny,
and you want to talk about freedom of speech, and that's what it boils down
Yeah.
to. That's not entertainment.
But Johnny, you got to understand that he's put up to this. He's an arm of the Democrat wing or the liberal wing. He's put up to that. That's not. I mean, I'm not saying he's not an asshole and a liberal nitwit, but you don't think that he's not getting the okay from the network? They pulled him for a reason, just to cause a commotion. Now he's back in 3 days. I think it's my opinion. In my opinion, I believe it's all about ratings. So now when he comes back on Tuesday or whatever he's coming back on, his ratings will spike.
Well, because people would be curious to see if he's going to talk about Trump again.
Bingo. That's exactly right. And then the kid's a piece of shit. Let's face it. I can't stand his face. I don't know who I detest more, him or Stern. The both of them together, I just can't even look at their faces. Colbert's just a nitwit. Fallon,
He's another nitwit.
Fallon doesn't do it to the level of them.
He's talented.
To me,
he's
very
more
talented.
talented than
No
both
question.
of the other ones
In my
put together.
yeah,
He's a
in my
talented kid.
definitely. Jimmy Fallon is definitely talented. He can sing, he can dance,
Yeah.
he can
Yeah.
act. He's a triple threat when it comes to that
Yeah.
stuff. But when it comes to Kimmel, I mean, my favorite thing in the world was when Hannity and him faced off.
I never seen that.
You never saw all the stuff that Hannity brought up and put up about Jimmy Kimmel?
Oh, were they next to each other?
No,
Oh.
no.
I
He
thought they-
said something about Hannity.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
Hannity, they went back and forth. He goes, Hannity says, you want to play, huh? And Hannity pulled up all this stuff that he did, all this sexual,
the blackface,
the sexual harassment, talking about having the girls reach in his pants for the
Well, if you wanna get down
for the
to-
fruit and all that stuff.
If you want to get down to that,
You mean Howard Stern or Kimmel?
Kimmel.
no,
Yeah,
Stern's way worse. What
But
Stern
I'm,
did,
I'm talking about.
No, I know.
I thought it was entertaining what they did what Hannity did to Kimmel.
what
is I'm saying.
Stern did over the years with women is abominable. It's disgusting.
It's appalling.
And
Absolutely.
look what got him. Got him $500 million.
He's worth close to $1 billion, I think. But anyway, what do you think? That a wrap?
We should be wrapping up now. Listen, guys, we are Straight Up Talk Boston. And if we entertained you, if you like the podcast, subscribe, share it with your friends.
Share.
I know, absolutely. That's my go-to thing. Share. And we appreciate you. We love you. And we just hope to hear your feedback. So we're going to be on here every Monday night. And whether we're posting it after a recording or we're on live,
We are going to be working on live, Billy, right?
Yes,
soon,
absolutely. We are definitely doing that. So that's what I'm doing. So look, you're the one supposed to be doing all the talking. Just move your mouth while I'm talking. Everything's fine. You're the one that's on there. So
Why would you focus me when you're talking?
because I got focused on you because you're just so captivating.
I'm hungry right now.
And
That's what I am.
look at he's starving. So we got to go. All right, we love you. God bless you. Straight Up Talk Boston. Enjoy.
Ha 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 ha.